This is it, the Season 8 finale. One of today's teams will be crowned our newest champion and take home the $1,000 prize. Will it be the Clippers of Yarmouth High School? Or the Red Riots of Orono High School? Find out next on the season finale of High School Quiz Show Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by Energy is about more than just keeping the lights on. It's about living life. As parents, friends, and teammates, Unitil is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine. Unitil, more than a utility, part of your community.
From whoops to uh-oh to oh no. Safety insurance can help you manage life's storms, even the indoor kind.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been dedicated to keeping New Englanders at the heart of what they do. That means investing in communities they serve and supporting families and businesses. You matter more.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to High School Quiz Show Maine. I'm your host, Todd Gutner. Well, we're finally here, the Season 8 Championship. Dozens of secondary schools from across the state tried out, 16 made it onto the show, and 2 have made it through to compete for the Season 8 crown. Yarmouth made it to the final by beating 2 former champs, Bangor High and John Baptist Memorial. And they're going up against Orono, who made it past Morse and Freiburg in their race to the top. Neither of these teams has been to a final before. That all changes tonight, and one will walk away, the champion, and take home the $1,000 to their school's project graduation. So let's get things going by meeting the teams. For Yarmouth, we have Caroline, Maddie, Matthew, and Elise, with alternates Kevin and Chester, and they're coached by Sarah Wilson. And for Orono, we have Dorsa, Noah, Nick, and Alan, with alternates Jack and Micah, and coached by Troy Wagstaff and Shauna Goodall. The competition, of course, has 4 rounds: the toss-up round, the head-to-head round, the category round, and the fun lightning round. We'll start with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points, and this is the only round with no point deductions for wrong answers. Players must wait for me to complete the question, and if one team answers incorrectly, the other team will be given a chance to answer. All right, I want to wish you both good luck. Orono, Yarmouth, you ready to go?
Yes.
Here comes the first question. What portrait of a woman that is now the most visited work of art in the Louvre Museum was purchased from Leonardo da Vinci by King Francis I of France sometime around 1518? Maddie.
Mona Lisa.
And we're off and running. Right answer. Question number 2. A plant may be described as phototropic because it grows toward or away from what stimulus? Nick?
The sun.
Yes, right answer. We move on. The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess is the 2023 debut album of what singer-songwriter whose stage name comes from her grandfather's surname and his favorite song? Caroline.
Chapel Roan.
That is right. A series of books created by illustrator Martin Handford have readers hunting for what elusive title character who wears a red and white hat and striped shirt? Dorsa?
Waldo.
Waldo's right. Up next, we have a picture question. Take a look at the monitor over here. Name this mythical creature in Scottish folklore that is said to inhabit Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands. It is often described as large, long-necked, and with one or more humps protruding from the water. Go ahead, Nick.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Loch Ness Monster is correct. Next question. An electroencephalogram, or EEG, is a test that measures electrical activity in which organ of the body? Noah.
The brain.
Brain is right. The 22nd Amendment to the Constitution states that a person may be elected to the office of president no more than how many times? Noah again.
Twice.
And that is right, twice in a row. What king of the Franks and the Lombards was crowned Holy Roman Emperor in the year 800? Caroline?
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne is right. In July 2023, Lionel Messi signed a 2.5-year contract with the Major League Soccer franchise based in which city? Noah?
Miami.
Miami, yes. Okay, up next we have a video question, so again, take a look at the monitor.
Hello, I'm Governor Janet Mills. Here's your question. Maine became the 23rd state of the Union as part of the Missouri Compromise, which sought to maintain the balance between the number of free states and slave states. In what year did Maine achieve statehood under this historic political deal between the North and the South?
Go ahead, Alan.
1815.
That's incorrect. Yarmouth. Go ahead, Caroline.
1820.
1820 is the right answer. We move on. What common English word can refer to both a piece of sporting equipment worn by ice hockey players and a type of egg-laying cartilaginous fish closely related to stingrays? Caroline.
A helmet.
Incorrect. Orono, you want to give it a shot? The answer would be skate. A skate. Beauty School Dropout and Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee are songs from what stage musical set at a fictional high school in the 1950s? Maddie.
Greece.
Greece, right. Which U.S. state has more than 20 officially recognized languages, including several indigenous Athabascan or Dina languages? Alan.
Alaska.
Alaska is correct. If you are performing a shuffle ball change and a cramp roll, you are engaged in which of these activities? Horseback riding, kayaking, or tap dancing? Noah.
Horseback riding.
Incorrect. Yarmouth. Go ahead, Matthew.
Kayaking.
Also incorrect. It's tap dancing. Math question time. Here we go. Find the slope of a line that passes through the points -3, -4, and 0, 2, and simplify your answer. Alan.
1/2.
Incorrect. Yarmouth. Caroline.
3.
Also incorrect. It's 2. In chemistry, the brown ring test is done by adding iron sulfate and sulfuric acid to an aqueous solution to determine the presence of what ion in a solution? Matthew.
Hydronium.
Incorrect. Orono. Answer is nitrate. Next one. What number follows the word Fahrenheit in the title of a 1953 novel by Ray Bradbury? Noah.
451.
Yes. What comical character has the unusual distinction of appearing in 3 of Shakespeare's plays and being eulogized in a 4th? Caroline.
Puck.
Incorrect. Orono. Sir John Falstaff is the right answer. In 1894, a group of unemployed workers marched from Ohio to Washington, D.C. to protest the country's poor economy and high rate of unemployment. The group became known by what name that refers to the Ohio businessman who led the protest? Coxey's Army. Next question. Of the 4 countries in the Horn of Africa, the smallest by area and population is which country whose capital city has the same name as the country itself? Dorsa?
Djibouti.
Djibouti, right. Since 1951, which of these methods has been used to confirm that a person has voted in a national election in India? A purple ink mark on the finger, a gold star sticker on the back of the hand, or a red string tied around the wrist? Elise?
A sticker.
Incorrect. Orono. Go ahead, Alan.
Purple ink.
That's the right answer. Represented by the Greek letter tau, what vector quantity is a measure of rotational force? Caroline.
Torque.
Torque, nice. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and most recently Senator Raphael Warnock have served as pastors at Ebenezer Baptist Church in what U.S. city? Alan?
Montgomery.
That's incorrect. Yarmouth? Go ahead, Caroline.
Birmingham.
Atlanta is the right answer. Ooh, that's the end of our opening round. Got a tight one here. Yarmouth 60, Orono 100. Looks like we have a great championship match in the making. Don't go anywhere. We will meet the players one last time when we get back. Before we go to the head-to-head round, we usually ask a slightly silly question, but since this is the season finale, we'll ask a much more sensible question, find out a little bit more about our contestants, like what grade they're in and any post-high school plans, et cetera, et cetera. We'll start over here with Yarmouth. Caroline, we'll start with your grade. What grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
Senior? Okay, so what are you thinking about for next year?
So I'm going to Haverford College, and I'm planning to major in history.
Okay, you got it planned out. Well, good luck to you, Caroline.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure having you here. Maddie?
I'm a senior as well, and I plan to go to college, not sure where yet, but I'm applying to 20 schools. So
Oh my gosh.
a lot of essays. I have like a 10,000 word document,
Okay.
and I
Wow.
plan to major in either mathematics or English.
Math
Too.
or English. I applied to one school when I was looking at colleges way back when, only because it didn't require an essay. But you're doing 20. I'm very jealous, and good luck to you, Maddie.
Thank you.
Matthew, how about yourself?
I'm a senior this year, and I'm applying to a handful of colleges in New England.
Okay. Do you have one that you're hoping to get into out of the short list?
I'd be happy to go to almost any school that I'm applying to.
Okay, so you're not going to give us anything. I got it. All right, Matthew. Elise, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore, and I don't really know what I want to do, but I know I want to go to college, maybe somewhere in Europe, because that's where my family is.
Oh, no way. Where in Europe?
I've got family in France, I've got family in Spain, so
Do you have, I assume you have family here too in Maine?
just my family.
Immediate
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks a lot, Elise. We'll go over to Orono now. Dorsa?
I'm a senior, so it's a very trying time, but I'd like to go to a school in DC and study government because I want to work in legislation.
So you want to be in government. And
Yeah.
Washington, D.C. that's where it's all happening.
my alley,
right?
yeah.
All right, well, good luck. Noah, yourself.
I'm a junior, and I think after high school, I'd like to go to a 4-year undergrad program and get on the pre-med track and, see where the wind takes me.
Do you have a preference in the country? Are you willing to go far, or you want to stay local?
Ever since I was like a freshman, I've had like a very distinct boundary. I don't want to go any farther south than Buncombe County, North Carolina, and I don't want to go any farther west than Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Why on both fronts?
I really like snow.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is. Thanks, Noah. Nick, what about you?
I am a senior. I plan on going to college to major in some kind of biomedical science because I want to become a pediatrician one day, work with kids. So hopefully the pre-med track and then med school will be the route for me.
So you love kids apparently.
Yeah, I like
Are
working
you
with
an
kids.
older brother?
I'm a middle child.
You're a middle child. Okay. Do you take care of your younger sibling?
Oh yeah, of course.
Is that a boy or a girl?
She's my little sister,
Little
Sophia.
sister. So you always got her back. Nice.
Of course.
Alan, wrap it up.
I'm a sophomore. I'm hoping to go to college somewhere after high school, but I'm not really sure where. Might just go back into retirement. We'll see.
Before you got a long way before you have to go off to college. What do you like to do in your spare time? What are your hobbies?
I play cello.
Cool.
I like to read. I like to write.
Nice. All right, cool. Thanks, Alan. Thank both teams. It's been a pleasure working with you throughout the season. It's been great having you here. The head-to-head round is next, so don't go away. It's time for the head-to-head round. Players alternate facing off one-on-one right here at the desk. Correct answers are worth 10 points. Incorrect answers will cost you 10 points. There are 90 seconds on our game clock. Players ready? Here we go. First question, from the Latin for eyelid, what is the name for the hair-like structures found on the surface of some single-cell organisms?
Cilia?
Yes. What classic video game that involves falling blocks was created by...
Tetris?
Yes. In exchange for pardons for criminal activities, what French pirate joined forces with General Andrew Jackson to defend New Orleans in the War of 1812? Lafitte. Which mathematical concept and symbol denotes a quantity that has no limit?
Infinity?
Yes. Ratified on December 15, 1791, the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution are known by
The Bill of Rights?
Bill of Rights. DHS is the abbreviation for what cabinet-level department established?
The Department of Homeland Security?
That's correct. The Palmetto State is the nickname of which U.S. state where you can visit Myrtle Beach and Hilton?
South Carolina.
Correct. Anubis, the ancient Egyptian god of...
Jackal.
Correct. Wow. Can't even get to my next question. Skipping one. There we go. What two-word math term is used to describe a number's distance from 0?
Absolute value.
That is correct. An ornamental species of carp that is often kept in backyard ponds is commonly known?
Koi.
Koi, yes. In the skeletal system, what is the name for the bones of a human's fingers and toes?
Carpals.
Incorrect. Phalanges. In a classic cartoon set in the fictional town of Bedrock, which character... Oh, that's the end of the head-to-head round. Let's check our score. Super tight. Yarmouth 110, Orono 130. The category round is next. Don't go away.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by
Sit up. Ready to learn? I'm a proud member of the Maine Education Association. English is my second language, and I am a teacher that teaches multilingual learners. My name is Nez Griffin, and I am MEA.
The Worthington Scholarship Foundation, dedicated to the success of Maine students by providing scholarships and personalized support throughout their college journeys. Learn more at worthingtonscholars.org.
Live and work in Maine, providing resources to those who want to relocate, move within, or stay in Maine. Proud to sponsor High School Quiz Show Maine and thanking Maine's educators and schools for preparing the workforce of tomorrow.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Next up is the category round with the following choices. Stormwatch, choose your words, see you in court, it's not just a game, at the Smithsonian, and Olympic geography. Each team will alternate control of 2 categories. Questions have increasing point values. With each question, they can choose to answer and either gain or lose points. They can skip it and neither gain nor lose points, or once per category, they can toss and force the other team to answer. Players will have about 5 seconds to confer with each other and decide what to do. Yarmouth, you're trailing ever so slightly. Matthew, why don't you start us off with a category?
We'll take choose your words.
Choose your words. These are questions about words and phrases that have been adopted into English. Here's the first one for 10. The national coat of arms of Australia depicts an emu bird and which large marsupial mammal whose name comes from an Aboriginal language spoken by people of North Queensland?
Kangaroo.
That is right. Choose your words for 15. Diaries kept by Captain Cook on his 18th century voyages to the South Pacific contain what might be the first English use of what Tahitian word for body art that involves inserting pigments under the skin?
Tattoo.
That is also correct. Choose your words 20. Which martial art with a name meaning gentle art in Japanese became an official Olympic sport at the 1964 Summer Games in Tokyo?
No, I skip.
We'll skip.
You want to skip? The answer is judo. Choose your words for 25. What Sanskrit word that originally referred to the appearance of a god in human form has been adopted by gamers to refer to the virtual representation of a player in an online community?
Avatar.
Yes. Choose your word 30. Words meaning false step in French give us what 2-word phrase that refers to an embarrassing mistake?
Faux pas.
Faux pas is also correct. All right, that wraps up Choose Your Words. We go over to Orono now, and Noah, you're going to select a category for us.
We'll take It's Not Just a Game.
It's not just a game. These are questions related to things you can find in video games. Here's the first one. Like the sturdy grass for which it's named, what material in Minecraft is a fast-growing plant that generates from shoots and is used to build scaffolding and to feed pandas?
Bamboo.
Bamboo, yes. Not just a game, 15. One of the playable civilizations in the game Age of Empires 4 is which empire that originated in the region called Anatolia, ruled parts of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East in the 16th and 17th centuries, and had elite fighting forces called Janissaries?
The Ottoman Empire.
That's right. It's not just a game for 20. The athlete featured on the cover of Madden NFL 25 is what San Francisco 49ers running back who led the league in rushing in the 2023-2024 season?
Christian McCafferty.
You nailed it. It's not just a game for 25. In Stardew Valley, putting eggs into a special machine will produce what condiment that most people spread on sandwiches, but that Stardew Valley players drink for extra energy?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, yes. Sounds gross. It's not just a game for 30. Based on the mythological history of ancient Greece, the video game Assassin's Creed Odyssey begins with what battle that took place in 480 BCE between the Spartans, led by Leonidas I, and the Persians, led by Xerxes I?
We'll skip.
You want to skip it? The answer is the Battle of Thermopylae. Thermopylae. That's your first category down. We're back over to Yarmouth. Matthew, what would you like to do this time?
We'll do see you in court.
See you in court. These are questions related to laws around the world. Here's the first. A 1949 convention in what city in Switzerland established international humanitarian laws on the treatment of civilians, prisoners of war, and other non-combatants in war zones?
Geneva.
Yes. See you in court 15. What Arabic word that means the way or the path to water refers to the Islamic code of laws derived from the Quran?
Elise,
I know.
Matthew, we're going to need to do something here.
We'll skip.
Skip it. It's Sharia. Sharia. See you in court for 20. What crime that's covered in Title 18 of the U.S. Code and is usually linked to treason may be defined as two or more people conspiring to overthrow the government of the United States by force?
Conspiracy? No, I don't want to guess. No, it's not. I don't want to guess.
Matthew?
We'll have to skip.
Skip it. Sedition. Sedition. See you in court 25. A legal doctrine with what two-word name allows copyright-protected materials to be excerpted and republished under certain circumstances? One example of this would be a passage from a novel that is reprinted in a high school textbook.
It's 2 words. Fair use. No.
Matthew?
We're going to skip this one too.
Fair use doctrine. At least it was on the tip of your tongue. Here's the last one in the category, see you in court. A set of laws codified in ancient Rome around 450 BCE specified basic trial procedure, rules of property ownership, marriage regulations, and punishments for criminal behavior. What is the common name for these laws that were inscribed in bronze for posterity? Matthew?
We'll skip this one.
At least you're going to, it's 12 tables. It's 12 tables. I can see you saying it too. All right, that wraps up that category. We're going back to Orono. Noah, what do you want?
We'll take at the Smithsonian.
At the Smithsonian. These are questions about things you can see at the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. In the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History is a costume worn in 2015 by Lin-Manuel Miranda as the title character in what Broadway musical?
Hamilton.
Yes, Hamilton. At the Smithsonian for 15. In the Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture are a shawl and a book of gospel hymns that belong to what woman who was a lead conductor on the Underground Railroad?
Harriet Tubman.
Yes, Harriet Tubman. At the Smithsonian for 20, a Sumerian clay object at the National Museum of Natural History dates back to 1900 BCE and is inscribed with characters from what writing system whose name means wedge-shaped?
Cuneiform.
Yes, that's right. At the Smithsonian 25, on display at the National Air and Space Museum is a Ryan monoplane that Charles Lindbergh flew on the first solo nonstop flight across the Atlantic Ocean. It is known by what nickname?
The Spirit of St. Louis.
You got it. And the last one in the category at the Smithsonian. The collection of the National Gallery of Art at the Smithsonian includes the sculpture Little Dancer, age 14, by what French Impressionist artist who often used the ballet as inspiration for his art?
Degas.
Degas is right, and I think you swept the category. Great job, Orono. That wraps up our category round. We have a score of Yarmouth 200 and Orono 300. Everything can change, though, in the lightning round, so sit tight. We will be right back. Okay, we're heading into the final 90 seconds of gameplay, the lightning round. Players, you do not have to wait for me to finish the question. You can buzz in at any time, but do not answer until I call your name. You get 20 points for each correct answer. Incorrect answers will cost you 20, and the other team does not get a chance to answer. At the end of this round, we will have our Season 8 champion. Our clock is set. Good luck, players. Here we go. In degrees Fahrenheit, what is the boiling point of water at sea level? Caroline.
100 degrees. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's incorrect. 212. Which founding father published the pamphlet Common Sense advocating Matthew?
Thomas Paine.
Correct. Neptune is the Roman counterpart of what?
Poseidon.
Poseidon. What arachnids have pedipalps and spinnerets? Caroline.
Spiders.
Spiders. Pretoria, Cape Town, and Bloemfontein. Alan.
South Africa.
Correct. What butterfly-shaped gland produces the hormone thyroid? Go ahead, Alan.
Pituitary gland.
Thyroid. What is the fraction 1/5 when expressed as a percentage? Nick.
20%.
Correct. In 1973, what U.S. vice president was accused of tax evasion and resigned from office? Caroline.
Spiro Agnew.
Correct. In Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, which character is Juliet's cousin? Tybalt. What strait in Turkey connects the Black Sea with the Sea of Marmara? Caroline.
Messina.
One more time.
Messina.
Incorrect. Bosporus. What woman was the only American painter to exhibit with the Impressionists in 1879? Noah.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Cassatt. What name is given to a fertile area in a desert fed by an underground water source? Caroline.
Oasis.
Oasis. I, you, he, she, and Elise.
Pronouns.
Pronouns. Useful for lifting heavy objects. What simple machine? Caroline, you got it in.
Lever.
Lever is correct. And we have a final here. It's actually a tie. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. This is the first time I've ever been associated with a tie since we've been doing this. We have a tie-breaking situation for our Season 8 champion. Here are the tie-breaking rules, teams. Listen up closely. This means to move to the tiebreaker where the first correct answer wins. Players, you do not have to wait for me to finish reading the question. You can buzz in at any time, but do not answer until I call your name. If one team answers incorrectly, the other team will be given the chance to answer. Also, conferring is allowed, but once you buzz in, I'm going to immediately need an answer. Are you both ready? Okay, here comes the first question. Good luck to both of you. Here it is. What style of two-piece swimsuit introduced in the We're going to go to Alan.
Bikini.
Bikini for the win. Orono is our Season 8 champion. What an incredible finish. Yarmouth, I wish we could give you the same title. It was such an amazing match. Wow. We'll take a minute to get set up for the prize presentation, so let's take a quick break and see if you are the winner of the main prize package in our Viewer Question of the Week contest. Wow.
All season, the Viewer Question of the Week had numerical answers. If you had all 12 answers correct, you ended up with a number that is special in Maine's history. That number is 1820, the year Maine became a state. And the winner of the Maine State Parks Vehicle Pass is Kit Patel of Winslow. Congratulations and thanks to everyone for playing.
So we're back for the prize presentations. I don't know about you folks at home, but my heart is still pounding right now. Orono, you are our champions of Season 8. Congratulations. You're going to take home that $1,000 grand prize for your school's project graduation. That's some awesome stuff. Yarmouth, you are not going home empty-handed as our runner-ups. You will take home $500 for your school's project graduation. What a final it was. Coach Wilson, I want to just ask you, I mean, tough way to lose, but you got to be so proud of your guys.
Oh yeah, they have had 3 very tight games where our hearts
Sure.
were pounding over there. But this is an amazing group. They have worked so hard. We were just hoping to get past round 1, and to make it all the way to the finals has just been an incredible journey.
Yeah, you got to be super proud. Really happy for you. I hope to see a few of you next season too. Let's go back over to Orono. Coach Wagstaff, Coach Goodall. This is your second year on the show. And first time in the final. What's your secret? You got here after year 1, basically.
Well, I think you've probably seen it, Todd. These guys keep it loose. They're a great team. They all pitch in. What you saw from them is what you get all the time. You know, they're bright and they work hard, but they definitely keep it loose and they're relaxed. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, a ton of fun. I had a lot of fun with you guys all season long, for sure, for sure. How proud of them are you?
I can't put it into words. As you said, I mean, Yarmouth was amazing. I'm super proud of all of them. I don't know them. I think that last round I wasn't participating, but it was gut-wrenching.
It really was.
I couldn't imagine trying to perform under these circumstances for both these teams being here the first time, but just super proud of them. They hung in there, and I just wish Teddy Dixon Smith were here with us. As you know, Todd.
He'll never go away, will he?
For sure.
So we had a lot of teams participate this season. Want to thank all of them for making season 8 probably the best season we have ever had. I especially want to thank you for watching at home. Really hope you enjoyed it. We'd like other teams to be part of this show too. You can go to mainepublic.org/quiz show. That wraps up an incredible season 8. We'll see you next time on High School Quiz Show Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by Energy is about more than just keeping the lights on. It's about living life. As parents, friends, and teammates, Unitil is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine. Unitil, more than a utility, part of your community.
Home renovations can increase the value of your home. Safety Insurance offers a variety of home insurance products to cover your home's increased value. You can ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. Safety Insurance will help you manage life's storms.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been dedicated to keeping New Englanders at the heart of what they do. That means investing in communities they serve and supporting families and businesses. You matter more.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.